Welcome to Board Games Daddy. By the time I'm recording this video is still Halloween season, so why not to bring Halloween themed, monster themed games or horror themed games for this channel. So this one will be dedicated to Horrified, a game from Ravensburg that is, where is that? Ravensburg, there it is. I don't know to flip, but in this game a city screams in terror. It's a cooperative game against the world's most famous monsters. I'm gonna flip and pray that nothing bad happens on the inside. So in this game we'll be in the city, fictional city, and we'll need to work together to fight 7 possibilities of monsters, which we'll see inside what they are, the classic ones. Well, maybe you can guess from just looking at the cover here. Yeah, easy, right? So the Dracula, Frankenstein and his bride, the mummy, because of the bandages there, the werewolf or wolfman, invisible man, and the swamp thing or the monster from the swamp or monster from the Black Lagoon. Ooh. So this city will have an European setup because there is another game called Horrified American Monsters, which I will bring to the channel after this video, and that one is based on the US, more on the US side. So let's see what it says here. So when you open the box, it says, "We feel it should be a little unkind to present this game without just a word of friendly warning. You are about to unfold one of the strangest tales ever told. We think it will thrill you, it may shock you, it may even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now it's your chance to, well, we warned you." So cool, yeah. So I was doing my voice, my Igor voice. Instruction manual, 1 to 5 players. These are the components. We'll take a look at them inside. Yeah, the manual is very nice. By the way, these games, this one and the American one, they play the same way. They even have the same characters, with the same powers. And there is going to be another version, which is the Greek mythology monsters, based on the Greek team, old Greek city that you need to control characters. That should be very, very interesting. I'm probably guessing it's the same game, same powers, but the monsters will play different, related with the Greek team. So looking forward for that. Frankenstein, the mummy, the wolfman. We'll take a look at all of them inside. I'll show you how they play. Oh, and an interesting thing on the box here. So once you take the lid off, you have a small introduction about the characters. So the mummy was an Egyptian high priest buried alive and brought back to life through an ancient life-giving scroll. The mummy will stop at nothing and as it seeks to be reincarnated soul of his beloved. The Dracula that everyone knows, Frankenstein and the bride, they act together. The Invisible Man and the Wolf Man. And the last one would be the creature from the Black Lagoon. I was not far from there. Okay, so let's take a look. First of all, let's open the board for you to see. Okay. I think I'll need some space here to show you everything. So, horrified monsters. Yeah. Let me get the camera up a bit. Wow, yeah, there it is. So it's very lots of locations that like European medieval city, medieval in style, right? Because this is during modern times. You have water that monsters could go through, and then you will navigate around with the characters, and you will be fighting 1, 2, 3 monsters throughout the game, depending on how you set up. And so the humans move and then the monsters move. So player, I'm a human, I will do my actions and then the monsters do their own. And the next player will do their actions and then it's the monster phase. So monsters are constantly moving after each player, which puts a lot of pressure. And if characters get killed or if monsters achieve their goals, there's a tracker there that would go up. And if we get to here, the skull, all players lose the game. Okay, so this could skid very quickly if you're not careful. And when it comes to components, there's a nice bag that comes with the game, and inside you will find tokens, which are the weapons or the items that you can use to complete your quests. So there are the blue ones, which are like apparently scientific things, like things from a laboratory. And then you have religious items or normal items in yellow, and weapons in, I think it's weapons in red. And they have numbers because sometimes the quests require a certain number of an addition and up to a certain number of items. So you need to have like +9, and you need to sum all your items until you have 9. And so these items will be spread across the map like this in different locations, and when you go there with the character, you just pick it up. One of the actions that you can do is to pick up the items. Okay, so in terms of factions, you have the explorer, the kid that delivers stuff, and you have someone that looks like a professor in the university. Oh, maybe it's better to show it this way. So the kid can teleport anywhere as a special action, so you can use one of your action to do this. You can teleport close to another hero, and you have 4 actions. The police girl, she can go teleport to next to any monster, and the archaeologist can pick items from one adjacent space. That's not the best power. Neither this one, the scientist can add 1 of strength to the items. The mayor doesn't have any power. She's on a wheelchair, but she moves. She has 5 actions, so she can do one extra thing. The professor can move any hero or villager 1 space, so he can help others to move. And the explorer can go anywhere except water, but only has 3 actions, so this is very powerful. Teleporting in this game is really helpful because you'll be trying to put down fires everywhere, so having the chance to teleport is really cool. And then also there will be some citizens spawned throughout the game, like Elizabeth here. She wants to go to the tower, and Fritz wants to go to the institute. So these guys will also walk around the city, and you need to help them going there. If you do so, you will get some bonus points. If you cannot, and if you let the monsters kill them, because monsters will be attracted to them, you lose. Also, you move up on that scale, and then you die if you are careless and let them all die. So now the main characters of this game are the monsters. So let's take a look at them. You recognize this guy? It's the crappy zoom, right? So the zoom is not helping because of the background. So let me see if I can do some magic here with the camera and isolate the background. There's the Frankenstein, sorry. Not very detailed, but it is what it is. And the Frankenstein, when you play with the Frankenstein and the Bride, they are one single monster. So they need to get together to win the game, or for you to lose the game. And there is the swamp monster that is trying. You need to go to the Black Lagoon and destroy his nest. That's the goal. The werewolf, I don't remember. I haven't played much against the werewolf. Don't remember even playing against him. So then you have the mummy. The mummy, you need to destroy the mummy's curse, I think, by doing a puzzle. I'll show you then when we take a look at their cards. Then the Dracula. Oops, Invisible Man was getting in the way. The Dracula, that's one of the base ones that suggest you start playing with. And the Dracula, in order to be defeated, you just need to destroy his 4 coffins that are spread across the map, and then give him the final blow. And the Invisible Man. So the Invisible Man, you need to collect evidence that he exists, and then deliver that to the police, for the police to be convinced that he exists and go after him and lock him. Okay, so the game has some reference guide here, and then there are the black deck. There is a black and white deck. So the white deck are for the good cards. For players start with one of these cards, and then if they save a citizen, they will get another. They'll get the others. So yeah, so these are good things. Each player draws one item. Move heroes. Move the monsters back, so you repel them. Current player, those 2 things. Move a player. Break of Dawns. You make the monster skip his phase, which is very good, especially if you are like almost dying and you don't want the monster to do nasty stuff. Move each hero up to 2 spaces. Okay, some repetition here. Hunter becomes prey. Place the Wolfman in any space, so there are cards specific for certain monsters. Move a hero 4 spaces. We've seen this one. So place either Frankenstein or the Bride in any space, or move any monster 3 spaces. Okay, this one is against the Mummy. Power of the Asians. So the Asians are making bad stuff to the Mummy. Visit from the Detective. So the Invisible Man gets scared and moves away. Brandish Crucifix. The Dracula needs to run away. Place the creature in any space. The creature is the creature from the Black Lagoon. There he goes. Go away! He's running away. Cool. So these cards could be game saving. And then after each player do their actions, the monsters attack. And by then, what the monsters do is we have these monster dice. So if you take the card, you see how many movements these monsters do, and then how many dice they throw. Okay, and so here, for example, if there is an attack, these are attack dice. So here is Frankenstein and the Bride. They move 1, and then the fire is the frenzy monster. So there is also always one monster that is considered the one that is frenzy, and this can change along the game. So if Frankenstein, for example, was a frenzy monster, it would attack twice. So it would move 1 and attack, and then Bride, and then Frankenstein again. These are the items that you need to deploy on the map, new items, and then you just do what it says here. So this is a good thing because it deploys Fritz, an assistant, not assistant, a citizen. Fritz, this gets Elizabeth, which is exactly this person here. She goes to the mansion, and she wants to go from the mansion to the tower. So the mansion is here, the tower would be there. Where's the tower? Yeah, here. So you need to help her go along the way. You need to carry her with you along the way in order to save. Ranfeld, Dr. Reed, Wilbur and Cheek. So these are also 2 characters, and then you have the thematic monster card. So no items here, and the creature goes to the waterfront. These things happen. There comes the Professor Pearson as a citizen. So a red card is a Dracula card. Place Dracula in a space with the current hero. Okay, these 2, the Invisible Man, the Mummy also does something, and then this, for example, moves the frenzy monster marker, so another monster becomes a frenzy, and then each villager goes one step forward their destination. Wolfman, there you go. Maria also wants to join. Okay, so this game has a cooperative. It's a cooperative game, especially if you don't have much experience. It's very prone to alpha playerism. Yeah, so you need to be careful. But it's difficult because you are under constant pressure not to die. So if someone doesn't take the lead, could be difficult, right? Because you can do many things. So it's a game that you need some diplomacy if you're playing with people that you don't have that much confidence. So be aware of that. Um, so these tokens that you see here, those are specific for each monster. So for example, here you see a Dracula coffin, so it needs red items 6 or more to be destroyed. You discard, and there it is. You go to where they are, discard, there it is. So you also have these big sheets here, these big paper things, which are the monsters. So on the back you have the monsters guideline, how to set up each monster, the 6 monsters, and then on the other side you have, after you set up, you turn it around and you have the monster board. Everything happens here. So the power of the monster, what happens if an exclamation mark comes on the die, it happens this. And then in this case with the mummy, you have, the mummy is really difficult because you have these scarabs, which also all of them have a number from 1 to 6 below, and initially you just set up blindly, and then throughout the game you need to spend items to move around like a puzzle, move around like this, and then you need to match the numbers here with the numbers on the side. So it can take a while for you, especially if you're stuck here with something out of place. It can take a while. So I had my nightmares with the mummy. There we have the invisible man here, that we need to go to these places and place items. Item at the precinct place. Precinct is a place, or the police is on a spot below that matches the item's location. Okay, yeah. And then you go to him and Wolfman. Okay, so that matches the item tray. Okay, so you need to use laboratory items matching these numbers here, and then go to him with a cure of lycanthropy. So these two, if they get together, they do nasty stuff. You lose points, and then you need to humanize them, put them back at 0, I think, and then become humans, and they do not harm anymore. You need to work. So in Frankenstein, you need to use the yellow items. The Bride, you need to use blue items, and you turn the dials. There are some dials here. See, it comes with dials that you rotate, and then on 0 they are human, and they can marry. The Black Lagoon monster. So you need to travel. There's a boat that you travel here, and when you get to the lair, you can destroy the lair, and then you can destroy the guy. And the last, it's my favorite. It's the Dracula. Which is very easy to play. You just go to these places, cave, creep, dungeon, etc. on the map. You destroy with weapons the coffins, and then you go to him and you use 6 yellows, and the Dracula is gone. Fun game. I've played with the kids, so with the kids definitely you need to be the alpha player to lead this, but still at least mine they enjoy, because they'll feel the adventure of fighting Dracula, fighting things. So I recommend, although the box says, there's the box say in terms of ages, it says 10 up, right? Now you can play with younger people. I've done that, and it's cool. You lead the way, and they just follow and have fun, and they don't watch TV all day or be on tablets. So I hope you have enjoyed. If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. I invite you to check the channel. I'll truly believe there are lots of interesting stuff there that you would appreciate for board games, card games in general, and just be prepared, because I'll bring other horrified monsters games after. Thank you. Goodbye.